Check, check, check. Is anyone out there? Anyone? I'm looking for musicians who were on the 1967 Centennial Barge. Anybody?
Hello, hello. Wesley, are you by?
Hey Lawrence, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great, man. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good. Just enjoying the outdoors by this river right now. It's actually really beautiful. How's your day turning out?
I mean, out in the bush, have this radio out, and it's wireless, so it's pretty good. The technological advances these days are crazy. I mean, this is linked up to Starlink, and if I hit this little tune button, I'll get with some Wi-Fi. So that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty mobile and pretty accessible. Pretty cool.
Right on. So, you know, Wesley, this journey that we were a part of, how was it for you?
It was a lot of fun and a really cool experience. I was really happy to participate and, you know, take part in the adventure of going out on the river and checking out the land and, you know, combining our music and our story with Mother Nature. Truly cool. Really happy to be a part of this. How about yourself? How are you finding this?
I thought it was awesome. I thought, you know, being able to express ourselves through the arts, through drumming, through the instruments, through the singing, through, you know, being able to do a lot of that out in the land. I thought it was a really genuine opportunity to showcase our art in the North.
So Lawrence, not many people know about your journey. How about you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, thanks for that. You know, with this whole pandemic, a lot of us had to really step back and take a really good look at our lives. And I'm sure a lot of people out there had to do some deep reflecting. And for myself, of course, I'm in that same boat. You know, growing up with my grandparents, the only child in the household, I really had to tap into my imagination. It was a real way for me to survive mentally and spiritually. So a lot of the times, you know, I would, as any young person in this small town that got exposed to music, to live music, to what was on TV, you kind of wanted to, you know, be a rock star, be somebody amazing. And so, you know, with that idea, with growing up with elders and learning my own cultural identity, my language, I kind of wanted to get into music, get into the art scene and share, you know, people's stories. You know, back then when you're a kid, you don't plan out your future. You just kind of roll with what comes at you daily. But looking back, I really did want to, you know, eventually create. I wanted to make music. I wanted to inspire people. I wanted to do really great things. And so growing up, I remember in my bathroom mirror, I remember myself 11 years old, looking myself in the mirror and saying, you know what, your future is going to be okay and you're going to have an incredible journey. And this is what I want for you. And this is how we're going to do it. And eventually, my grandfather especially would always tell me, if you always just sit around, nothing's going to happen for you. You got to get out there and you got to do things for yourself. You got to work hard. You got to be the, the best Dene that you can possibly be. And so hearing that growing up, of course, like any other northern kid, you're gonna have some bumps on the road, and, things are not gonna go as planned, and, there's gonna be barriers that have been put up since before your time that are still there today, that you're gonna have to find a way to either go around, go over, go under, go through, but whatever the case, you don't stop. So you can crash through those barriers, come out the other side a stronger individual. And so that's what, I did. And, there's been a lot of times growing up where people said, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. But I said, screw it. I can. The only reason why you're telling me I can't do that is because you haven't done it yourself, or you haven't found a way to do it yourself. So for me, it was really just being by yourself, being a small child. You kind of had to find a way to find the strength to do a lot of the things that you were told you can't do. I mean, within this country itself, the history that was given, with the schools, with everything that's been set up, to make us not thrive, I said to hell with that, No, I want to do this, and I'm going to find a way. And one of those ways that we've been finding to get through that is through the music, through our arts, through film, through spoken word, through our storytelling, through just sharing our own experiences from the North. And so for me, growing up, a young Dene kid from a small town, always hearing that the world is out there for us to take, I took that to heart. And so it really is, and we can make it a beautiful place.
Here on the Dehcho, the sacred river has provided much for the Dene and the people that still call this place home today. We're at Petenea, a sacred rock for the Dene people that lived along here a long time ago. And the story is, before you go up any hill like this, the protocol to give your offering is to pick plants from down below to as high as you can to your destination. And the reason why we make this offering is because as the mountain was growing, this connection with down below grew and grew. So because we're able to make that journey, we do it on part of the mountain to give our thanks. So we pick flowers and whatever grows down there, because the mountain hasn't been able to see its brothers and sisters for a long time. Just lay it down and we give our thanks. We say Masi. Masi ka fana nezina kinendi. Thank you for taking good care of us for this long. We'll do our best to try to do the same, to be guardians and stewards of this land. And part of the way we give our thanks is through shin, through music. So I'll play this one song I made to come up any mountain. Notsi masi disa sekenendi itlene one ton. Etinende sekonezi deda shin klena wa hecha. Masi. Hey! Gonezi. Gonezi de.
Thanks, Lawrence. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing all that. My journey, well, it started about 14 years ago with music. As an artist, like really taking to the art and wanting to, yeah, become a rock star myself as a young kid. Listening to bands like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, all the music of my parents' generation, to hearing things on the radio like fiddle music, the Red River Jig classics, like the Orange Blossom Specials, all the traditional stuff. So yeah, about 14 years ago, like my interest and my curiosity for art really came to fruition. Um, you know, and I have to, pay homage and respect to the Cole Crook Fiddle Association because, they were the uh, the society and group that really got me going in yeah, picking up an instrument and taking on the practice of practicing, for hours, scales, arpeggios, fiddle tunes, that were taught during, lunch hour lessons, once a week. So it was really, I guess, yeah, really exciting time, and I'm still grateful to be, honing this talent and this gift of being able to share, in some art form, and that being music and the tradition of the instrument, the fiddle. There's a lot of history.
Musty Cho, brother. I really appreciated this. You have a good rest. Musty, over and out.
Musty, thank you, Lawrence. You have yourself a good day.